Hi, I'm Mrs. S from Steps to Success Maths. In this video, we're going to work through GCSE exam questions on reverse percentages. We're going to start with some easy ones and work through to the hardest. Pause the video, have a go, and we'll go through it together step by step. The population of a village decreased by 2% over a year. The population of the village is now 4,508. Calculate the population of the village last year. So the population of the village started at 100%, went down 2%, so that leaves 98%. We know that this 98% is worth 4,508. So let's work out 1%. We divide by 98. So we divide this side by 98. Use a calculator. So you get 46. Now you know 1%. Multiply back up to find 100%. So 4,600. The value of a house has increased by 8%. The house now has a value of £264,600. Work out the value of the house before the increase. So the house starts at 100%. It goes up by 8%. That's 108%. And that's worth this £264,600. Now use this to answer the question. You want 100%. So work back, find 1%. So we'll need to divide it by 108. And then we'll need to multiply it back to make 100%. So you can use a calculator to do it. You can do it in one step, or you can write it down as you go. So 264,600 divided by 108 is 2,450. And multiply by 100, we've got £245,000. In a sale, a book is reduced by 20%. The sale price of the book is £5.20. Work out the price of the book before the sale. So you started with a book that was 100%. You reduced it by 20%, so that leaves you with 80%. And you know that the 80% price, the sale price, is £5.20. So we want to find 1% and then go back to 100%. So divide it by 80, we've got 0.065, and then times it by 100, £6.50. The price of a season ticket increases by 4%. The price of the ticket after the increase is £164.32. Work out the price of the season ticket before the increase. So it's increasing. So this new amount is 104%. And that's £164.32. Now work down to 1%. So we need to divide by 104. And then back to 100% by timesing by 100. So 164.32 divided by 104 is £1.58. Times 100 is 158. So the ticket used to cost £158. Last year, the local council trialled a new glass collection for 16% of households. 22,596 households did not have a glass collection. This year, the local council plans to collect glass from 50% of households. How many households will have a glass collection this year? Okay, so we know that 22,596 did not have a glass collection. And we know 16% did. So 100% is all the households. Take off 16%, that leaves us with 84%. So this 22,596 must be 84%. And we eventually want to know 50%. So if we start off by finding 1%, we know we need to divide by 84. So that's 269. And then we could go all the way back to 100%, so we know how many households in total. That's 26,900. You just need to times by 100. And 50% is just half of that. So that's 13,450. Last year, a company offered 2 holidays, a surfing holiday and a skiing holiday. This year, the surfing holiday has increased in price by 20%, and the skiing holiday has increased in price by 5%. The cost of the skiing holiday last year was £1,200. The ratio of this year's surfing holiday to skiing holiday is 16 to 21. Work out the cost of the surfing holiday last year before the increase. So this question is really complicated. There's loads of information. So you need to pick it out carefully. You know you've got 2 holidays, surfing and skiing. You know that last year the cost of skiing was £1,200 and you don't know the cost of surfing. You know that the surfing holiday increased by 20% and the skiing holiday increased by 5%. And then we know the ratio of this year's surfing holiday to skiing holiday is 16 to 21. So look at all this information. We can start off by filling in the new price, the price of this year's skiing holiday. We know it went up by 5% and we know it started at 1,200. So we want to increase 1,200 by 5%. 1,200 times 105%, 105 over 100, or 1.05. And that's going to give us 1,260. So we know that this is 1,260. And we can use this to sort out the ratio. So 16 to 21, something to 1,260. So 21 times what makes 1,260? Use your calculator. 1260 divided by 21 is 60. So I need to multiply by 60. 16 times 60 is 960. So I know that this holiday this year for surfing is £960. But I still want to work out last year's price before the increase. So you know the surfing increased by 20%. So you had 100%, you increased it by 20%, so that's 120%, and we've worked out that that costs 960. So now let's find 1%. We can divide it by 120. So that's 8. And then to find 100%, we can multiply by 100. So 800. So originally, the surfing holiday cost £800. This is quite a tricky skill. And so you can keep practicing, I've linked a free worksheet with worked solutions. Remember, I'm covering all your GCSE maths topics. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my videos.